Congrats on this movie. First of all, how great is it you guys to all be together, even virtually right now, to be kind of back together doing this as a group?
It's really great.
It's really, really special, yeah.
It's awesome. Always great to see them.
To have this movie finally coming out, what does that mean to you? I know there's been delays, there's been lots going on, but how great does it feel to finally have this about to be unleashed on the world?
It's kind of unbelievable. I think we were all in the same position as everybody else. You know, once the first release date got pushed, we didn't know anything. So I think we've never made it this far before. So cautiously, it's very exciting.
Now tickets are on sale. I don't think we've ever gotten this close, but again, anything can happen. It's really weird.
And there is a lot of anticipation for this. That must feel good knowing fans have been waiting and waiting, and this, if all goes well, this should be a big deal. People really do want to see this movie, which must be a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, from everything that I've heard, it feels like that has kind of kept growing as well. You know, with every release date, it makes people more curious, and you know, yeah. So just, I mean, I guess it's like for people to be that patient and still that excited is you know, a really great feeling. You know, you've done this work and so much time has passed, and you're like, is anyone gonna care? It was so long ago, but to actually be in this moment and people still care is like, you know, it shows a lot of dedication. So it's, you know, it's really, yeah, I just want to thank those people for keeping it alive for us as much as anything else.
Talk about the joy of this story in this movie and playing mutants. Everyone has a different idea of what that means and what that relates to in real life. And I always find that fascinating because everyone kind of internalizes that in their own way as actors and the audience. Everyone finds something personal. If you can just kind of put that into words, that's a big part of the importance of this movie, I would think.
You want to take that, Hen?
Sure. I mean, I think the X-Men in general, they're, you know, metaphors for your outcast superpower, whatever it is that makes you different from everybody else. There's a place in the world for you. And I think the New Mutant celebrates that very much. I mean, we got people from all over the world, not only character-wise, but actor-wise, and with very traumatic pasts and different character traits, but we come together to, you know, understand each other, and also on a self-discovery journey. And I think that's why the X-Men resonates with a lot of young audiences, which is great to be a part of, you know?
Yeah. And doing something on this scale with this kind of effects and this kind of fun, just talk about the fun of being there together, making this kind of movie, just the joy of doing that. You've all had tasted this, I know, but this seems like something different. How cool is that, just to be part of that kind of movie?
Well, the wonderful thing is that you immediately have to be unembarrassed in front of people that you don't necessarily know that well, because, spoiler, we don't actually have superpowers, which means that our, you know, physical representation of whatever it is that we're doing, we have to fully commit to it, and nothing's going to happen because the CGI hasn't, you know, been added yet. So I think it's a really wonderful way of bonding when everyone has like their pose or their thing that they do, and you just have to rely on everybody else to have the same amount of imagination as you do. And then when you get to see it in the cinema, as we were lucky enough to do, we were all just so excited because you just end up yelling at the screen every time somebody does something cool, because it's the first time that you've seen it too.
For sure. Just to add on to that as well, you know, when you're filming and you're in the process, you're so much thinking about the character and if you're cross right, and you know, and the other things as well, like Anya's talking about. So it's kind of wild that you're so kind of engrossed that, for me anyway, like Anya said, when we first got to watch it, it was the first time I really had that realization of, oh, whoa, I'm a superhero. Like when you're making it, you know, you do not feel like that at all. So to then go and watch it, I didn't connect the dots until I saw it.
Playing characters that audiences also love, and there is a responsibility to get this right to a certain level. How much of that do you guys think about, knowing you're going to be the new faces for these characters now forever? This movie's going to live on.
Oh gosh, I mean, I don't know if I can speak for everyone, but I certainly couldn't handle that kind of pressure when you're doing the job. I think any information that my brain can't physically handle goes in a box, and then I hopefully don't open it until I have to. So I think I certainly feel very humbled and privileged to play this character because I love her. But if I was going to bed every night thinking about, oh God, I hope I do justice to the imagination of so many people who like love this character with all of their hearts, I don't know if I could do this job. So.
Yeah.
And
Right.
probably just have to ask you, because everyone wants to know where you guys are at with Stranger Things and what we can expect. And
Yeah, sure. Well, it's at the moment we're still postponed. We did start production, and then for safety and with everything with COVID, we've had to shut down. And we're trying to get back as soon as we can, but that has to be when it's safe. So, I know they've finished writing it, and yeah, it's going to be, again, an amazing season. So, yeah, kind of where we're at, just everyone waiting to get back to it.
can't wait. And just lastly, this movie actually is going to be released in some theaters, from what I understand. That's a really big deal. How exciting is that for you guys?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's missing theater and going to the cinema, and I think that's a big loss. And not a big loss, but people miss it. I believe so. It's to do it. If people go and they're safe and they wear masks, or go to a drive-in, I think, and you get to go back to the cinema. That's great.
Well, congrats on this. You guys are all awesome. Pleasure talking to you. Hopefully we'll do it in person after all this, and
Yeah.
these awkward Zoom things. But you guys are all great.
Thanks, Adam. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.